Good morning, CMSW, and welcome to another Black History Month show.
Our show today is about Henrietta Lacks. We chose to use her life story as a History Day project, and this is what we learned.
2022 marks 102 years since Henrietta Lacks was born. She died in 1951 at age 31 of an aggressive cervical cancer.
Months before her death, doctors at the Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland, had taken samples of her cancerous cells while diagnosing and treating the disease.
They gave some of that tissue to a researcher without Lacks's knowledge or consent.
The researcher put her cells in a petri dish. The next day, Henrietta's cells were still alive and multiplying, the first time this had ever happened.
Her cells, named HeLa cells for the first two letters in her first and last name, turned out to have an amazing ability to survive and reproduce.
In fact, they were immortal.
That researcher shared them widely with other scientists, and they became the tool for biological research all over the world.
Without Henrietta and her mortal cells, many people around the world would have lost their lives to cancer, diseases of the immune system, infectious diseases, and many others.
Henrietta helped Dr. Jonas Salk with the polio vaccine and is even helping scientists develop the COVID vaccine right now.
But the story of Henrietta Lacks also shows a racial divide in the U.S. healthcare system. Lacks was a black woman. The hospital where her cells were collected was only one of a few that provided medical care to black people.
Lacks soon died after her biopsy in 1951, but her family didn't learn about the use of her cells and research until the mid-1970s.
Her family hasn't received any compensation for the use of Lacks's cells, although more than 100 corporations, mostly drug companies, have profited off the HeLa cell line.
One medical company alone earns more than $35 billion per year from selling HeLa cells. This past October, her descendants filed a lawsuit to be able to get compensation for these stolen cells.
But Henrietta's family also wanted the world to know about the woman behind the cells. Henrietta Lacks loved to cook. Spaghetti was her favorite. She even loved to dance, often with her 5 children in her arms.
She always dressed stylishly and wore red nail polish. She was at the center of a home where the door was always open to anyone in need.
To her family, the most important thing about HeLa cells is how they have advanced cancer research. In a fitting tribute given to Lacks has died to this disease.
Her family states that her cells were taken in a bad way, but they are doing good for the world, and they do so for people of all ethnicities.
Want to learn more about Henrietta? Check out her story from the Media Center.
And that's our show for today, CMSW. Thanks for listening, and thank you, Henrietta Lacks, for all she's done for keeping our world healthy.
The Morning Show will be back next week with another Black History Month show. See you then.
Bye!